In number 38, we're trying to find a good transition word or phrase into this sentence or to the rest of this paragraph that starts up here. So right now we have at this time. What does that mean? So at this time means that whatever's about to be said is the case at the time of writing the text, right? But the issue with that in this case is that, well, what does it say? It says that Jefferson Pooley and Michael Sokolow, both professors of communication studies, argue that the newspaper industry, blah, blah, blah. Where do they argue this? They argue this in this article, right? But this article is written in 2013. So this text is referring to something in 2013. It's referring to something in the past. So it doesn't make sense to say at this time because this is not the case at the time of writing this text. It maybe was the case back when they wrote this article because that's the article in which they argue these things. So A doesn't work. What about B? On one hand. So if you use on one hand, that what sets up on the other hand, right? It's a transition to help set up some kind of contrast, but we don't really see that here. There's not any contrast going on, so B is out. C, in the article, looks pretty much perfect given what we've just seen, right? Because in the article, that's exactly where they argue these things. So the paragraph is then set up to make this general statement here, introduce this article, and then we are introduced to what was said in the article. So C is probably our answer. What about D? Next. Okay, so next means that whatever you're about to say is either chronologically following or logically following from what was said before. But that's not the case here. This didn't happen like after this. This happened, I mean, it didn't even happen simultaneously. It's just the case that the article mentioned up there is precisely the article that is mentioned here, the article that argues about this. So C is our answer.